Hello and welcome to day 3, where I am going to be taking you through a really amazing opportunity, how to create your amazing authentic life by shifting from survival to thriving. So we've just gone live, and while I'm waiting for a few more people to pop on in, I'll give you an opportunity to do that. As you jump on in, say hello, and if you're watching the replay, put down hashtag replay, just so that I can connect with you and really follow up with supporting you with where you're moving forward. So one of my first questions is, how do you create an amazing, authentic life? And if you are experiencing, some shifts in your life, what is it that you need to create in order, or allow yourself to have or be or do in order for you to have that which you're calling into your life? So just giving it a moment while I bring everybody in and let people know that I'm live. And while we're here, I want to ask you a question. Do you have a dream that is really exciting for you and it lights you up? Or maybe do you have a dream that it feels like a bit foggy, it's a bit distant, you want your life to be better than what it is at right now, but it kind of stresses you out about, the ability of how do I bring that dream? How do I change the reality of my life right now as it is? Or the third option is like you might have a dream, or you just focused on, I don't want my life the way it is right now. If any one of those are your experiences, then let me know. I'm just going to pop this one in here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what I've already covered
the way it is right now.
Sorry, excuse me. If any one of those are your experiences, then I just apologize for that. I was just bringing that one online. So in the first day we've gone through, hey, welcome. Love seeing you here. Let me know that you've popped on in, and say hello as you jump on board the live call. So what I want to just recap and recover is that this series is about bouncing back from adversity to abundance to create your most abundant life. And I want to be able to just tap in and share with you some of the experiences of what's required to move forward through the processes in order to have that. Excuse me. Bless me. That's a big sneeze live on camera. Carrie, lovely to see you. Thanks for showing up. Say hello in the chat box, or hit a love heart. Let me know that you're here so that I've got the experience of you as we continue. So one of the things that I wanted to really touch on and really invite you to become aware of is, what do you need to do to make that shift from feeling stressed out about what your difficult situation is? Have you ever had one of those? In this day and age, most people are pretty much chronically stressed. They're swinging between what's called active stress and chronic stress, and then there's another stress that I'll share with you. There's 3 phases of stress. I'll share with you those in a moment. But when we're in a stress state, and there's 2 types of stress. There's eustress and there's distress. Which one do you experience more often? Like most of us as humans on this planet, with like TV and news and bombarded with information, and we're running a household with kids and partners and jobs and traffic, and there's all these elements going on, let alone the stuff that's going on internally inside of us, and that really adds this extra dynamic, this conflict about how do we then bring our dreams to life? How do we bring my life back on course that feels really good and fulfilling and meaningful? And is that something that you really want to create for yourself? To take it to that next level, perhaps, maybe you actually, like many of my clients, they actually have a really fantastic life, but they want to make it even better, because it's just still not, they've made it great for themselves, but they want to take it to that level of making it great for the community and beyond into the world. And then I have lots of clients who, they're just stuck in the pickle. They're stuck in the mud. They feel like they're giving their lives to family, to partners, to bosses, to building other people's dreams, and their dreams are sitting on the wayside, perhaps even already in the graveyard. And they're already feeling like, I'm stuck and I really just don't know how to be able to reactivate that space. How do I do that? And especially if you're already in a long-term relationship with somebody, like one of my clients, I'm going to call her Ingrid, so it's not identified, in a relationship that she knows she loves this person so deeply, but they're just on different paths. And Lorena, hi, welcome to the call. So, in that situation, it's like, how do you connect and build with your vision, let alone help someone else in your life that you want them to be on the journey with you, to be congruent in alignment with that vision with you, when they're clearly making behavioral changes and choices that are so far left field, and it pulls on your energy. So if any of those situations relate with you, you're on the right call. And just hit some love hearts for me if this resonates with you at any time, just so that I've got the energy and the feedback to know, cool, I'm serving you on this call, because that's my intention. I want to be able to really give you a 10-15 minute amazing delivery of content for you to be able to activate your dreams, to be able to shift you from a stressed out state into action, and to be able to step into a fulfilling, really rich and meaningful life for yourself in personal and in professional capacity. So the other thing too is that, like, I have clients that they're in jobs that they know that it's not their thing, it's just paying the bills, and they want to be able to express their voice, but they don't know how to get out of the job or make that transition and bridge the gap. And so that can be really stressful in itself, right? How do you, just even having a dream that you're aware of but not being sure how to get to it, that can just compile the stress, and it makes it even worse. So what I wanted to tap into and share with you today is that you're not alone in your struggles with where you're moving forward, but there is an opportunity and an answer on an alternative on how to create that ideal dream life for yourself, whether that is in a wealth building creation with maybe a business or a career path that you want to choose, or maybe it might be with your health, in helping you to align your health and balance your health again. Maybe it's uncomfortable and you're in dis-ease, maybe from illness or trauma. And whenever you are out of alignment with your authentic life, it will manifest in your physical realm, and including in your body. It will manifest in your relationships. Your relationships will have conflicts that are just continuously looping in the same patterns. Do you know what I'm talking about? We have these same conflicts that keep spinning around until you address them and resolve what they are. And I'm going to give you some clues on how to do that, and it's probably not what you've already been doing. So if this is for you, get excited, because I'm just going to take you through a couple of things. So if it's okay with you, some of you know me really well, some of you don't. I'm Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly. I've been coaching online for 13 years, but really mostly for the last 3. Basically, I call it full-time, but it's my full-time passion. I'm lit up and excited. And it's because 13 years ago, I already got myself out of a very difficult situation where I wasn't in a healthy, functional relationship, and I'll just leave it there for that at this point. And it was threatening my life, and I needed to get out. And I was scared, even though I was working as a paramedic, I was working in a full-time career, I was earning amazing money. But the conflict was that I was in this relationship that it wasn't in alignment, and I wasn't experiencing the full expression of my full self. And anytime I did, it was a threat. And so the shift that I had to make was some difficult decisions to be able to move myself into moving into alignment with my authentic life. And that experience, that transition, wasn't without its challenges, but it was with having a coach that helped me really keep my mindset in the right space, helping me to bridge the gap between where I was at in a very difficult reality, to be able to cast my vision into the future and create this new vision that I had. And I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to have my properties build a passive income stream. And my goal was for 10 years. And I did it in 2. And so, but the thing is, I was in that space of, I built this and invested in this relationship, invested in this wealth profile. And then it was like, oh my God, how do I move forward? Because I know it's got to fall apart before I can move forward again. And I was kind of really afraid of actually all of the aspects, not just the relationship, but like, oh my God, how am I going to move forward again and rebuild? I've already put in all this effort, like 20-hour days sometimes, between working as a paramedic, building a property profile, building an online business with publishing, and it all fell apart. But what took me 6 years to create, because I built up the strategies, and I say 6 years because I had already been on the run in momentum for 4 years. And it was in those final 2 years that I knew I had to have an exit plan. I knew I needed to be able to move myself forward. So it was my goal from that point for 10 years. So it was then just a 2-year period before it was actually manifested. It's amazing what you can do, especially when your back's against the wall. If you're in a really difficult situation, here's what I want to honor you with. Hey, Jason, if you're in a difficult situation and it's a real tough adversity for you, it's a gift, right? Because it'll make you hungry. Happy Tuesday. And it'll make you hungry or thirsty to be able to take action, alternative action, do something different to what you've already been doing, because what you've been doing just doesn't work anymore, right? Thanks for love. So with that experience, I then traveled the world for 4 years full time, and I was investing in me, building me even more. But then I was still attached to this vision of having relationship, and I hadn't done the full healing on that. It was a very challenging experience I'd had before, that I'd done healing, but not really at the deep. And I had linked up some rules around what wealth meant to me after that, because I'd had a very challenging, difficult situation where it got very violent, and I'd linked up that money equals death. And so for the next basically 10 years, I was literally pushing it away, because in my mind, it meant it was an actual threat to me. So I'd created this stress response that continued for 10 years after the actual event. Are you with me here? Are you getting me here? Do you have some sort of experience in your own life that, might have happened 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, and you're still running a program in the back of your mind that says it's because it's not resolved, it's causing you stress. Maybe you want to create something in your life and in a dream and pull it in, but you're linking up and you might not even be aware of it. In fact, I promise you're not. That there is this link that it says that if I have that, there's a greater cost to that. And so it moves into sabotage patterns. But sabotage is not a bad word, right? Often it gets bandied around as being this really ugly thing. And it's not. But what it really is, it's an indicator that your brain is doing what it's meant to be doing, and it's trying to keep you safe. The challenge with that is that those patterns or programs that you're running to keep you safe are outdated. The actual event is long gone, it's long past, but you're still running it in the back of the mind in a loop, in a pattern that has you stuck and staying in the same position energetically, without you allowing you to align with your dream and your goal, to be in full alignment with the vision of what you want to create, the image of what you want to create, and the feeling of what you want to create, so that then allows you to activate and bring that into action. So if you're in stress, the thing is, the brain has these wonderful capacity to keep you safe. Unless you harness that brain, or what I like to call harness the bucking bronco, bridle the beast, so that you're not riding a wild beast, you're actually taming it, you're breaking it in, and you're actually controlling it with your emotions and your mind, so that you're allowing yourself to really make much more meaningful, decisive, discerning, wise decisions, rather than making decisions from a really difficult place and activated in stress. Have you ever made, I've done this, have you ever made a decision when you've been stressed out and it was a really bad decision in hindsight? Like, it really didn't help you at all. It actually got you more and more and more in a pickle. And it's kind of that saying, the badder it gets, the badder it gets, right? It's because if you're not consciously aware of the programs going on in the back of your mind and aligning your heart, mind, and soul in a congruent image of who you are becoming, you will keep going back to that consistent space of what's stressing you out to keep you safe. Is this making sense? If this is really valuable to you, let me know down below. Just say hello or hit some hearts, because I want to make sure that I'm really offering you some juicy content that really assists you and gives you an amazing experience and this is free, right? So I'm inviting you to be able to connect with your dream and your vision, but I'm also inviting you to do a little bit of a reality check of what's your reality right now. Now, here's the challenge. Without having a safe space and an ecosystem of support and mentor and coaching and sisterhood or brotherhood, or just people who are like-minded to be able to support you in moving past that that framework that you've already created this story around about what's gone on in your life and the rules around it. If you don't have that support, it doesn't matter what your dreams are. You're going to stay, if you're staying in the same environment internally and physically with the people and places and experiences and with the language and the concepts and the images that you have in your mind, then all of that is just going to stay the same. This will always be out of reach. But when you actually have the shift, because you've got somebody who can guide you and show you the way on how to actively design your life and live your dreams with a conscious creation, become the manifesting queen or the manifesting king, then that's an opportunity to be able to help you go, right, I can go from where I'm at to where I'm going. But the thing is, with stress, what happens? We tend to contract. We tend to hide because it's painful. And so we either minimize or disconnect from what's our reality as it really is. And so we try and make it smaller, or so we don't feel it, or we make it so grandiose that it becomes the drama that it distracts us and holds all our energy captive on that attention. And that's why we keep creating more and more of the drama, more and more of the negative experiences, more and more of the trauma, and it just keeps going round and round and round in circles. But when you have a plan and the strategies to be able to hold space, to look at where am I at really, as it is, and feel okay about it, being an acceptance of that, because when you acknowledge and accept that, that's when you get to have the shift. You get to have an opportunity to be able to reframe the experience, find the gifts, dig for the gold, and then use that to also, with the strategies that I teach in my free 5-day challenge, the Design Your Life, Live Your Dreams, I'll be teaching you my framework of how I recreated my life more than once to create abundance and go shift from massive adversity, very difficult situations, to creating abundance in my life on my terms, and also for hundreds of my clients. So if you would love to have that experience for yourself, I do still have 2 more free calls, Facebook live streams this week. But if you'd love to join us it starts next week. It's a 5-day free challenge, free. It does have amazing value. I'm consider that I'm paying you for your ticket to show up. And the only thing I'm asking of you is to make sure that you have a dream that you want. You are willing and committed to get yourself unstuck, because that's what I can do. I'm a genius at helping you to do that. And then I'll give you a map and hi, Diane. I'll give you a map and a framework on how to bridge yourself across from where you are in your situation, whatever that is for you. I have, between being a paramedic and my own personal life, and now 3 years full time helping hundreds of women to redesign their life, to create abundance, shifting from adversity to abundance, and designing their life to create their dream businesses, heal their relationships, or move on from relationships that were toxic and no longer harmonious at all, but to do it in a healthy way, whether it is to bring their body back into alignment because they're now living in alignment. So bringing back in ease and flow and life force energy that allows you to use that energy as fuel to direct your life and build one that really is juicy, and it's really exciting, and it's really delicious, and it's really empowering and meaningful and fulfilling and filled with pure joy. So if you'd love to join us on that, let me know. Hit some love hearts. The link is above in the header. Make sure you go and register for that. It is free. And it's designed so that I can take you through my process as my framework and develop a rapport with you for you to decide if this is the work that you want to do moving forward, either now or in the future. There's no obligation. And I'm also checking you out to make sure that I'm working potentially with clients who are truly committed to their journey, truly committed to making those shifts. Because when you do, wow, with the strategies that I provide, strap on your seatbelts, because you're going to manifest at warp speed. So if this has been of amazing value, please drop your comments down below. Let me know what if I can do anything, content, or answer your questions to serve you moving forward. Otherwise, go ahead, register for the free 5-day challenge now. Share this opportunity, this video here. Click love the link. And also like my page and the event for this so you get notified of the future live calls. Not just this week, but there'll be more mini-series coming soon. Much love, light, and manifesting lots of magic. Have an amazing day or night. Blessings.